Lesson 339. I will receive whatever I request.
Hi there. What if you realize that everything you think you want or don't want is jumbled up, simply because you've been listening to the world outside instead of your true self? What if asking for what you really want is the key to manifesting a life that's truly fulfilling? Let's dive into Lesson 339 to unpack this intriguing concept.
I will receive whatever I request. No one desires pain, but he can think that pain is pleasure. No one would avoid his happiness, but he can think that joy is painful, threatening, and dangerous. Everyone will receive what he requests, but he can be confused indeed about the things he wants, the state he would attain. What can he then request that he would want when he receives it? He has asked for what will frighten him and bring him suffering. Let us resolve today to ask for what we really want, and only this, that we may spend this day in fearlessness, without confusing pain with joy or fear with love.
Father, this is your day. It is a day in which I would do nothing by myself, but hear your voice in everything I do, requesting only what you offer me, accepting only thoughts you share with me.
In other words, today's lesson highlights the fact that we might have been quite confused about what we truly want, and thus in what we request, attract, and manifest in our world. In saying so, it also places us in charge of whatever we have experienced in our lives, meaning that we are the ones who asked for all the pain and drama we've encountered. It's not that it's our fault, but rather that we've indeed been quite confused. Why is that? Because we had no choice but to listen to the world outside of us and to the voice of ego in our minds. Now, throughout numerous lessons in A Course in Miracles, we are reminded that we continually face a choice. In every holy instant, we need to decide whether to identify with our body or with the spiritual truth of our true self. Should we listen to the ego's voice or seek guidance from the Holy Spirit? Do we persist in believing in the illusion of separation, or should we embrace our oneness with God and with each other? This list goes on, presenting an apparent dichotomy that is not true duality, because only one of these choices leads us to ultimate reality, the other is merely an illusion. But for all our lives, we knew no better than to listen to our ego and what the external world told us. When you think about it, it's no wonder we've got pain and pleasure mixed up. No wonder our wants and desires are so confused. No wonder self-sabotage is a thing. Now it's time to change all this. However, since we've spent our entire lives looking outside ourselves for happiness and guidance, it might be quite a challenge, akin to breaking a bad habit. What if what we truly desire is love, specifically to be an expression of love as God intended? This could fulfill our lives in ways that we cannot even begin to grasp with the mindset of this world. And yet, we often believe that what we want is success as defined by the culture or subculture we have adopted. We think that what we desire is the perfect relationship as portrayed in movies, or the money, cars, houses, possessions, or achievements we can boast about. What if all this is precisely what today's lesson describes as asking for pain, fear, and suffering? Not because these things are inherently bad, but because our desires for them were induced by influences outside of our true nature, influences that persuaded us those things would bring us happiness. But those desires are rooted in separation, and even when we attain those very things we believed we desired, we often find ourselves just as unfulfilled as when we were without them. What if we request love instead? What if we came to understand that what we truly seek is oneness?
I will receive whatever I request.
I will receive whatever I request.
I will receive whatever I request.
How profound and transformative is that realization? Isn't it amazing to understand that by aligning our requests with our true self, we can truly find the fulfillment we've been yearning for? Keep practicing morning and evening, and remember this idea throughout your day every hour. Whenever you encounter moments of confusion or uncertainty about your desires, remind yourself that at your core what you are seeking is love, and to be an expression of love as God intended. In these moments, gently affirm to yourself,
I will receive whatever I request.
"You're doing great." See you tomorrow for another inspiring lesson. Just a quick reminder, we're currently exploring the section titled What is the Ego? If you haven't watched the introduction to this section yet, simply click on the video link that should pop up on your screen shortly. Quick note before you go. Let's take a moment to appreciate the generosity of those who have supported these videos. It's their contributions that make these daily lessons possible. Please consider joining them. And thank you for being a part of this community of miracle workers.
There's a lot of love behind these videos. If you enjoyed what you watched, please give it a like and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We have a new lesson every day.